Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another video. It's time to take the veteran Sherman out on a ride in the wilderness. I am EUC NYC guy, and this is Insta360 on 4K setting with wireless microphone hooked up. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and do all the great things you know need to be done with this video to proliferate it and grow the family, and to share the sweet goodness with everyone out there who needs something great like this in your life. Don't be selfish and keep this all to yourself. Share with the people. Let the people enjoy. Let them see what they've been missing. Because it's time to go on a wild ride. How you doing, folks? Please be sure to leave something in the comment box below. Questions, feedbacks, ideas, thoughts, general comments. Anything you've got, you let me know. I can't wait to read it. Comments are like tiny little presents. Yep. Phew. Guys, I got the new helmet on with the Bluetooth. If you're new to the channel, you'll know that I've just done a series of recent upgrades that I'm so excited about. And I am using them to my advantage to get around town. I've got the new mic with the dead cat cover on it so that no matter how windy it is, which is pretty windy right now, you can still hear me loudly and clearly. If you don't know what a dead cat is, it's like a furry little cover that you put on your microphone, and no matter how windy it is, you don't hear anything but great quality, clear, crisp audio from the vocals. You don't hear any of the wind. It filters it all out. I'd still love to see how it works up close and scientifically. But for now, I'll just enjoy the sweet benefits of it all. All right, question time. What are we talking about today, you might be wondering? I want to know from you guys this. What is the meaning of existence? We're here on this rocks. Some people believe the Anunnaki people came from outer space and set us up here. Other people are in tune with religion. Thank you. Other people are in tune with religions and other philosophies of life, and others are just not sure and feel like, I don't know, we're just here, coincidence, we've been playing with the building blocks of life ever since, and no one knows where we're going or where we're headed or where we're from, and it's gonna stay that way because it's possibly nothing. Well, personally, what do I ascribe to? I definitely believe that even on a scientific level, everything did not simply just appear out of nowhere, that it is designed and there is a designer. All right? I won't go too much farther and deeper into it than that, but I can tell you this. There are rules to the game, people. It's not just a free-for-all. You've got to be out here living by the code and doing greatness, doing great things for others, treating yourself and those around you well, taking care of your community and friends, doing things knowing that every little thing you do in this world is not going to waste. Whether you do a tiny little good deed or a tiny little bad deed, all of it will be sorted and held to account on a great day. A day where the reckoning and everything happens, and everything that has happened gets called in, and all the tickets get cashed, and we will see where we all stand on the great spectrum, the great timeline for every minute we've spent in existence, and how we... Alright, let me stop trying to be dramatic. But, yeah, that's basically my gist of it. How about you? I know it's a big and loaded question, but I do believe that without much controversy or tension or angst, we can easily just chime in just a little bit and declare what we feel in a neutral and positive way. And, maybe there's room for a little bit of debate. If I had to debate my topic or my stance on the topic, I would use the old cat typing a story argument, and it's been used a lot before. And a lot of people who ascribe to religion say, Well, if a cat just started tapping on your keyboard, he wouldn't write a Shakespeare novel completely randomly and by accident, right? With all this DNA code and every plant and every life cycle in this existence having a perfect balance and order, how could that all just be from two stars colliding together and then accidentally forming the carbon atoms in the arrangement that they're currently in and not have any direction whatsoever and be completely random? Well, that's a pretty strong argument, and I get the gist of it, but I think there's still even more room for persuasion than that. I think you can easily say something along the lines of your ability to think and your consciousness is a pretty powerful argument for it as well. For instance, everything around us, from the greeneries of the earth to the man-made and built structures, the monoliths, the skyscrapers, all of it, the whole spectrum, from top to bottom, none of it would really matter without our perception, our ability to perceive it and think about it and see it and touch it and talk about it. I think the idea of perception is even more magical and miraculous and ridiculous than so much more, even than the stars and the billions of atoms and even the slightest and smallest the atoms that occupy even the smallest objects and materials in this world. But I mean, if you look at neurons in the brains, the pattern of neurons and how they connect to each other, and then you look at galaxies, you're like, oh my God, these are identical. How are the galaxies and the stars forming identical patterns and shapes to something in my own head, in my brain? How is my brain a small, mushy thing, yet it's so powerful, it can build cars and airplanes and buildings and heating, ventilation and air conditioner systems and harvest food and pre-grow crops and safely store surpluses and do financing and banking with billions of information, write billions of lines of code for software that circulates the world, create a digital cybertronic network that links billions of devices, of which the billions of devices have billions of Boolean transistors which turn on and off in order to display information on billions of pixels. I mean, I don't know, it's just the whole billions thing to me is just remarkable, and it all comes from the brain, the synaptics of a brain, and it's just, when you combine all that information together, you go, wait a minute, what exactly is going on here? You know, I mean, I guess if if you are a person who says, oh, well, that's just implicit bias, you're just using that as evidence to support what you already believe, whereas beep, 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 you're just using that to support what you already believe. It doesn't necessarily imply or prove anything for certain. I say, okay, well, yeah, which goes back to the word faith. You're kind of agreeing that you do believe something that is so miraculously set in place that it's not concretely evidenced, which in itself is kind of amazing. Like, if you had to create something with so much complicated facets, so many complicated facets, and yet somehow it still doesn't like specifically prove it, it still relies on faith, that itself is kind of cool that you're able to do that. So that in itself is kind of implying, I don't know. It's a very philosophical question. It's very higher order thinking, and it's not something the average person is equipped to really delve deep into, which is why I think it's a great topic for us to discuss right here on EUC NYC Guy in the comments, where fun and the love of moving around and riding an electric unicycle is the mainstay. It's what we come here for, and yet we venture out and branch out into universality and topics that affect humans and matter from the beginning of time, all the way up to the complicated ability to put magnets and lithium and carbon dioxide together to create electric unicycles. Yeah, it's all a big circle of life, isn't it? That's right. All a miraculous, an incredible, amazing circle of life situation. Folks, if you enjoyed me yammering on about topics that are way above my pay grade today, then be sure to slap that like button up and let me know in the comments today. And chime in, why don't you? If you are smart in the area of eternal existence, then chime in, enlighten the rest of us. Thank you guys very much for watching. I definitely had fun today. I enjoyed the ride, and I enjoyed having you by my side. Yeah, thanks a lot. Have a great day. Goodbye.